Welcome to the Chamber Chat, your source for everything Danville and business topics that matter to you. We hope you enjoy the show. Chamber Chat. Chamber Chat.
Welcome to the Chamber Chat. We are very excited to hear. We are very excited today to have Jodi Bondi with us.
I'm excited to be here.
Jodi, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, originally from Michigan, lived in Indiana now 38 years, so I guess we're Hoosiers. Anyway, I love being outside, so I went into biology and then didn't get a job in that, so I ended up teaching, and I have a master's in natural health, and so I do a lot of that as well. And right now I decided teaching wasn't for me anymore, and so I left and started 2 businesses, and so I've been doing that for about 13 years.
I didn't know you were a teacher. Where were you a teacher?
Well, I started at Southmont, and then I went to DePaul, and then I went to Park Tudor, then I went to Tri-West for a year, and then I was at Danville when I left.
Well, I didn't know that.
When were you at Danville?
In the early 2000s.
Oh, I didn't
You
know.
probably were in a crib still.
No, yeah, I was definitely not there, but like,
Yeah.
So you taught biology?
I taught biology, earth science, ICP,
Gotcha.
yes.
Nice.
I had no idea.
I knew she was
Yes.
a teacher, just not at Danville.
Yeah.
How interesting.
For 2 or 3 years.
Still counts.
Yeah, but then it just got to the point that I'm like, yeah, this is not. I was done putting myself in other people's shoes to fit. I said, no, this is what I want to do, and I decided that it was not what I wanted to do anymore. So I still get to teach in my job that I do,
Right.
and it's people who want to learn because they're paying me for it. So
There you go. You also do EMT, correct?
I
Or
am
EMT
so.
trainer?
So I became an EMT when I was in high school,
Uh-huh.
because our closest hospital was an hour away. The
Oh,
good
wow.
hospital was 3 hours away. So I became an EMT in 1978, and I retired from North Salem Fire after 30 years, 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I'm still certified because I'm trying to get those next 2 years. I'm doing my last recertification right now so that I can say for myself that I've been an EMT for 50 years.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
just, those silly little random things that you want to check off the list.
You grew up in one of my happy places.
Yes.
You're a Youper.
Yes, I am.
She's a Youper. And yes, hospitals are few and far between up there.
Yeah, our closest one was in Sault Ste. Marie, so that was an hour. But if you had somebody with cardiac and things, we had to go to Petoskey, which
Okay.
means you also had to cross the bridge.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have to wait in the traffic line. We got a pass to go around.
Right.
It was a long ride. Yeah.
That's a very long ride.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine that. A hospital being an hour away.
Yeah. So, what I loved about that, and every time in every department or places I've worked with EMS has been volunteer. So I've never gotten paid for it. Or did
Okay.
not want to get paid. I was doing it as a service for my friends, my family, and my community. And so when departments now have started to transitioning to paid staff, I'm like, no, I don't want to get paid. That's not why I'm doing this. And that was another reason that I decided it was time to
go.
It didn't match my values.
Yeah.
And but up there, because we were so far away, we learned how to do a lot of stuff. I mean, back
Yeah.
in those days, EMTs could put in IVs and stuff. So when
Right.
I was doing that stuff, and then they took it away, and kind of like the drinking age was 18, and then they took it away, and then you had to start over again.
Yeah. Actually, it's only, for me, it was 21. Always.
Yeah, when did they change it from 18?
In 1979. So I was in college.
And you had to actually wait.
Yeah.
So you were.
I was able to
eligible,
drink for a year and a half,
and
and then they took it away. And I was an RA that year, so I had to then go tell people who
Oh,
were my
that's
age,
terrible.
you can't drink.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And my roommate would try to bring it in the room, and I'm like, we cannot have alcohol in the room. As much as we both want it, I can't.
I have to be rule follower.
Yeah.
And that's the case. I mean, I do, if there's rules, I will follow them. Now, will I look for ways to be flexible with them? Yes, I will. But I still, if there's a rule, I'm going to follow it.
Follow it.
So, yeah.
Well, good.
That is good of you. Good job.
Rule followers are good. We like those people. Okay, so 2 businesses.
Yeah.
So which one do you want to talk about first?
So the one that most people don't know about, at least in this area, is my retreat house. So when my oldest daughter was graduating high school, I decided I was going to become a creative memories consultant because, I didn't have anything else going on that day. I mean, it was the day of her open house, I signed my contract. And so I've been selling creative memories now since 2003. And I do that because I need to get my pictures done, but I'm not real good at doing it, but I'm good at teaching other people. So there's my teaching part that comes in. So I sell creative memories, and I would go have retreats, and I would take people to hotels or different places, and it was so hard. And I'm like, I just want a place to call my own that I can do this. And so in 2014, I'd been looking for 3 years, and I found a house out in Ladoga in Montgomery County. And it was perfect. I mean, I go in with a tape measure to make sure I can get the right number of beds and tables and everything. And so I bought a house, and we've been running it. So I bought it in 2014 in August, and my first retreat was in September of 2014. So
Wow.
But it's a crafting retreat, girls getaway retreat. People have had birthday parties there, and I have one family local in Ladoga that actually rents it for Christmas. So they don't have to clean their house.
fun.
They come
Yes.
over there and have their Christmas, and then they can leave. So it's called the Magnolia of Montgomery County. And the funny thing about that is the gal before me had all the sticky stuff on the windows to cover up, the windows so nobody could see in, and it's got magnolias on it. Okay, so as I was trying to come up with a name, came up with all kinds of weird things because my brain works like that. Anyway, it's in Montgomery County, okay, and my mom is from Mississippi, Montgomery County, and the state flower of Mississippi is the magnolia. So the
There you
house
go.
is named after my mom and her sisters.
Very nice.
Aw.
So, but I love it. I mean, people rent it for themselves. I do 4 retreats a year, and some of my VIP clients come and scrapbook with me for the weekend. Some gals rent it now for a week. They're there from Sunday till Saturday, and they just come and loves being there. So
That's awesome.
that's the one business that a lot of people don't know about, because I don't promote it as much in Hendricks County. I mean, I've got people that come from other states even, but
Right.
but then the business that I joined the chamber with is my Hoosier photo organizer. So again, being a scrapbooking person and photos and stuff, just helping people, and we all have a mess. I mean, I am the cobbler. My stuff is not getting done because I'm helping everybody else. But so what I do is I help people with their printed photos, their videos, their movies, their audios, whatever they've got stored that their kids are going, I don't want that stuff. They will someday. And it's just like an insurance policy. You do it in plans of the future, not for right now. And so I help people get all of their stuff scanned to archival quality and stored. And then if they want it into books and things like that, and then get it in a safe place that they get, rather than all those boxes, they get a flash drive or a hard drive that kids are like,
too.
I can take that. So I had a client that I worked with a year and a half ago that just reached out this weekend, and her brother just passed away. And she said, can you look and figure out where those pictures are? And I got to looking, and unfortunately the pictures of her brother, those ones had not been scanned yet because she was going to do it herself.
Okay.
And it didn't happen yet. So those are the kinds of things that I want to help people. It's still rescuing, just
Right.
like EMS. I'm still rescuing people, trying to help make things better for them. It's just in a different way, but I love it.
I know we talked about my parents had all the 8mm movies that we did get put on DVDs, but you had said we need to get those off DVDs even
Yes.
because those are going away.
Yes, I mean,
So-
you can't find a device very often to read a DVD, and DVDs even, I mean, everything has a season.
Right.
Oh, this is going to be great, and then it's not. And so DVDs are starting to deteriorate. VHS tapes are horrible. The 8mm, actually, those last very long because back in the day, there was high quality put into doing the film and everything. So if people have the 8mm, I'm like, let's just start from the beginning again because you're going to get a better outcome than if we take the 6 things that you did in between.
Right.
So,
And you can do that. You
I can.
take the, okay.
yep.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, so I love it. I mean, I'm in my office almost all the time, which that part I don't love. I love to be up and doing stuff, but it's helping people. And that's where my heart has always been, is to help somebody. And so I just do it, and one of these days I'll get my stuff done.
I understand that. I understand that very, very well. So if somebody, I think one of the things that we talked about was an office that was moving at one time, and you said you could even like scan documents, not just photos,
Right.
for businesses
Right.
as well.
Yes, a lot of my colleagues do just document scanning, that they go in and work with businesses and scan all their history. I mean, I think about a doctor's office, and you go in and they have those, 6 aisles of files and everything. Well, everything's going digital now, but so many businesses, small businesses, huge corporations, they don't do that because it takes time.
Yeah.
And so we can go in and we can scan everything and, still put it in folders just like that, but they're digital folders, not real folders. And then that way they have, room for a break area or, a movie lounge or whatever they want to put in their
Yeah,
in their
right.
business.
There you go.
There you go. Movie
That's an
lounge.
idea.
theater seating and a great big TV.
Ah, I'm all for that. Hey, a bar.
Well, that works too.
So if somebody, because I think about my childhood photos are literally in baskets.
Yeah.
So what do they need to do to get organized to bring this stuff to you?
Well, a lot of it depends. So people can hire me to coach them. So I will sit and train them and tell them what to do and how to do things and give them tasks. Kind of like the old Trading Spaces show where people go in and redo shows or houses. I can work alongside them, so I can give them some tasks, and then I can come in and do the parts that they don't want to do. Or they can just say, here, just take it. And so I've literally had people bring in boxes that I'm like, okay. And sometimes you don't know what you're going to find in those boxes. I always tell my clients, because I've been in EMS so long, I always say, I still follow HIPAA, so anything I see, I am not going to tell people what I saw and who it was attached to, but sometimes you see, and you're like, okay.
Okay, you had that process. There was someone at the old time, they used to have to watch the photos come through.
Right.
Now I think, CBS, it just pops out. And
Right.
Just put it in all.
Right.
But
So, I mean, they can go through and try to organize them into some kind of chronological or theme or whatever they want, but that's so overwhelming. So when I'm working with a client, I tell them we have a 3-second rule. As you're looking at the pictures, you have 3 seconds to decide which pile it's going to go in. And it's kind of like a Vegas dealer, because I'll set up what I call parking lot spots. And I'll say, all right, the pictures in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, each one goes in the spot. And so you go, this goes here, and you just deal them out. For some people, they can't do that because they go, oh, but look at this picture. And they go into an hour. I'm like, you just paid me for an hour of telling a story. So I tell them, you got 3 seconds. A lot of them can't do that. So I say, then let me do it. And they're like, but you don't know people. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't do it that way. I turn the pictures over. I don't look at the fronts. I look at the edges, I look at what's on the back, and I separate that way.
Oh.
Because that way I'm not tied emotionally, not that I knew anybody anyway, but I
Right.
don't see that stuff. And then when I pick them up and turn them up, I'm like, oh yeah, look, these are all from the same date. And so there's little tricks like that I can teach people, but a lot of people, again, don't want to do it themselves. They're like, I'd rather have somebody do it for me. And I'm like, okay, I can do that.
It would take me quite literally 100 years to go through. I love pictures.
Yeah.
So you still keep the actual hard copy?
I still,
you still give it back to them?
Right, because we tell in the business, we say there's a 3-2-1 backup. So you should have 3 copies of everything. And people are like, but I'm trying to downsize. Yes, I understand. So you have 1 hard copy and then 2 digital copies.
Mm-hmm.
And the 2 digital copies you want on different formats. So if it's on a DVD, then you also want it on a hard drive. If it's on, you don't want it all in the same thing. And then one of those copies that you're saving should be off-site. And today, that usually means a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
But it could be a hard drive in a safe deposit box, or at somebody else's house where there are no natural disasters that ever occur. good luck finding that place.
Right.
So they still have the photo, and then they have 2 digital copies somehow. They have a copy. I give them within their package, they get an external hard drive that's their photo hub, and that's where everything is at. But then I also keep a backup of everything. So what they brought in, all the mess that I have, and if they brought 8mm films, I have the original, and then I have the converted, and I keep that on a backup.
Gotcha.
So once it leaves my house, they actually have 3 copies. They can make more if they want.
Right. Gotcha.
So I got one of my favorite gifts for my parents from you. So do you want to talk about those?
I would love to. So it was a Nix Play digital frame, and I was introduced to these when I first became a photo manager, and I've been using them and selling them and working with the company as much as I can to make it work for us as photo managers. So it is a Wi-Fi enabled digital frame, and it has an app that you can have on your phone, and you can load pictures to it and email them, text them, and you can set up playlists, and you can make an album, you can put captions on them, all these wonderful things. And I had actually gotten one from my parents who still lived in Michigan, and Mom was always saying, can you send us pictures of, I'm like, Mom, I don't have time to send pictures of grandkids right now. So I got them this frame, and that way my girls could upload pictures, so I didn't have to get the pictures from the girls and then send them to my mom. And so everything would go into the frame. And if there was a problem, I owned the account, and so I could get on my computer or my phone and I could adjust her frame if it was doing something it wasn't supposed to. Then I bought my husband one for his birthday, and it's on the same account. So now the pictures go to both frames.
Oh, yeah.
So I do have a playlist that is just my mom's playlist from my sister, because my brother-in-law hunts. I don't need Kill coming up and the granddaughters seeing it going, what is that? And then I have one on our frame that's just my brother's, or my husband's brothers and things. So, but you can put up to, I think you can put up to 5 or 10 frames on the same account.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then you can assign the different playlists to those. And that's one of the things unique with the Nix Play is there's other frames out there that a lot of people will use now. The Nix Play is the only one that has playlists. And so you can go in and set up and say, I want these to go to these people and this one to go to that frame and so forth.
I like that.
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
love
you
it.
could do playlists either.
Oh yeah, I love it.
That's good. Yeah.
It's been really good with
Yeah, and it
my
does
mom
take
and
some
dad.
short videos too. Now they did change in the last couple of years to a subscription basis, but it's still, I mean, I've got a gazillion pictures on there and I still have not filled up my storage, so I'm good.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's been great with Mom and Dad, because Mom will point out people and talk about who they are and that kind of thing. Just as reminders, you know.
So with that, that's a great time if you're there when she's doing that to dig out your phone and record her talking about those people, because one of these days we lose our parents' and relatives' voices, and to record those of her talking about something that she remembers. And if you're trying to work on that stuff later on in a family history and you're like, I don't remember, so that's a great time to pull out a phone and
You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah,
Jodi.
that makes me emotional. I don't even think about
Okay,
it.
all right, let's talk about something fun.
New topic. New topic. I wish I would have recorded my dad the other night telling some stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a good day.
Yeah.
And So, all right. So I know you have some emotional stories with things that you've done. Tell us like one that sticks out.
Or even like a crazy one too.
Yeah.
You're like, I cannot believe.
Well, okay, so I was trying to think about this, and of course not knowing what the questions were, even though I've watched you guys do this with other people. So one of the things that people probably don't equate with me, I give myself the title of trailblazer, and you're like, but you follow rules and stuff. Yeah. So I was the oldest daughter.
Oh, that makes sense. Rule follower,
And my dad could fix and build anything. And so I had to learn how to change the brakes on the car and stuff before I could get a car. My grandma did upholstery, so I helped her reupholster the seats in my car. So I did all these things. And so that's why when somebody says, can you do it? I'm like, yes, I can. And I'm like, you need to stop saying that. But when I was in high school, again, way back in the days, they didn't have softball yet. Title IX had just passed. So in the school I went to with 41 kids in my class, there was no softball team for the girls. So I played varsity baseball.
Wow, I didn't know
And
that.
I also ran track. So I was in track season and then would go to baseball. But I was a sprinter. So I would get up to bat, and the catcher would go, "It's a girl." And so a lot of times they would walk me. Okay, I'm a sprinter. So then I would steal bases.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or they didn't know how to pitch to me. And so, I mean, I did get to hit the ball a few times. But the bad thing was I was the only girl in the conference. And when we'd go to away games, I had to already have my uniform on and sit in the front of the bus.
Yeah.
And the boys all got to change on the bus. There was a mirror over the bus driver. I'm like, how does that help?
That's so funny.
So I played baseball. I also, when I went to college then and did intramurals, I played hockey. So I was a center
That's
for the hockey team.
Hockey is tricky.
And loved playing it. And then when I moved to Indianapolis, I took my girls to a Girl Scout thing downtown at Pan Am Plaza and saw there was a women's hockey team. So I joined a women's hockey team here in Indianapolis, and I played hockey for several years here.
Wow.
And miss it. But, you know, I don't skate like I used to.
It's so fun.
And then just starting my businesses. I mean, my parents both had worked in jobs where they were supervisors, and then they branched off. My mom had started a clothing store for a while. My dad started a tire repair business. And so I'm like, I'm very much following in their shoes. But, you know, I like to do things that people say, you can't do that. I'm like, watch me.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what, as I get ready, so I'm getting to the point that I'm thinking I'm going to retire because I need to work on my own pictures, and and I want to go and, you know, be able to just go sit at the lake and go to Lake Superior is my place to be, and so as I'm thinking about that, I'm like, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give up doing stuff. I just get to do new things.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
All right, so if people are watching and they're like, okay, I need to start somewhere, what is one place they need to start?
The thing I would say first is get all of the pictures or whatever you've got out of attics, garages, and basements.
Okay.
So your photos and memories want to live where you live. So I know that's hard for people, but get them out. And if you have anything in the sticky magnetic albums, get the pictures out of those. You can take them out, put them in a shoebox or something chronologically the way you took them out. But those sticky albums had chemicals that back in the day we did not know would eat your pictures away. And I don't mean the actual physical picture, but we had pictures of my mom had some like that, and it was some pictures of us camping, and I go back and look now and I'm like, that looks like mud because all of the color and all the detail got drained out. So if you can get your pictures out of those albums, and then that also saves me having to take them out of albums if you decide to get them scanned by me or somewhere else. But and you know, I take time. I advertise white glove service because you're handing them to me, I'm working on them. You're not sending them off to some big box company that's advertised, you know, has lots of money to advertise them. Like, I can't compete against them, but I have your photos with me. So even this year with all the storms that we've had and the tornado warnings, all of my client stuff went in the closet with me. My stuff still sat where, but my client stuff all went in the closet to protect it in case we had a storm.
There you go.
Thank God I didn't, but
Yeah.
it did. I sat there with all their pictures going, oh, hi, peeps.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you do photo restoration?
I can do some, but I have a couple colleagues that do some, and I mean, it's amazing the things they can do. So yeah, I can work with other people to get that done. I can still be your point person as a project manager.
My cousin has picked it up as a hobby,
Okay.
and I
How
have
do
to
you
say,
do that?
A lot of it is computer. I mean, it's a computer program, and AI is starting to do some of it. I try to stay away from AI stuff because I don't. It's not my stuff. It's client stuff, and I don't know what they want.
right?
So I don't use AI for anything in my business because I don't want to expose my clients to something like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
You can keep going about your cousin, sorry.
Yeah.
Or
No.
your cousin started doing it as a hobby.
No, it's been we have a family page, and it's been absolutely intriguing to me to see some of the pictures. And there's like one of my mom when she's like in this little dress coat, little hat or whatever, and it's her dad, and then with a snowman. And it is like one of my favorite photos ever. And so anyway, so I just think it's very cool. So,
Yeah.
but-
And for those pictures you take out of the sticky albums that are starting to fade or turn color, there's a real easy software program that I use that I do a lot of work with that.
Okay.
And it helps bring
back.
you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that was what color that dress was.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So the one thing is just getting it out of the attic,
Yep.
the basement, what was
Garage.
it? Garage.
Garage.
Yeah.
Humid and moisture are not good. So that's why we want to get it where your house, inside your house.
Okay.
And a lot of people put it, in a storage building. Again, those aren't, unless it's climate controlled and, there's no rodents and stuff like that. But put it where you live. Let's get it to a smaller footprint so that you aren't taking up 3 bedrooms.
I think that's great. My future daughter-in-law is going to take care of it all for me.
Okay.
I love photos.
Okay.
I love them. That's my problem though. Is like I just want to keep them all.
Well, maybe
I
you
like
should- maybe
also
you
just
should-
flipping through.
Maybe
the
you should
photo
come
album.
and learn what I do, and then, when I retire, you could buy my business and you
Ah,
could be a
I'm
photo
not very
manager.
creative or organized. That's not really my thing.
And again, I've got rules and I know I should do that. I mean, I was a science person. I know how to follow a lab report.
Right.
I don't always do that because I'm the boss and I do what I want.
There you go. I like that.
Maybe that's
I'm the boss.
something.
I'm going to do what I want. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Anything else people should know about you before we
Yeah. Tell us all.
Jocelyn wraps it up?
Tell us all the things.
Let's
Oh, wait. How do people find you?
Oh, well, so I have a website, Hoosier Photo Organizer, and you can email me at info@HoosierPhotoOrganizer.com. I have a Facebook page. I have a Facebook page that I don't post to very often, but it's there. Every
Fair,
once in a while I'll put a
works.
tidbit there. And again, I will not hound people. If somebody says, hey, I want to hire you, I'm like, okay. I wait for them to call me. I'm not calling them every 2 days going, hey, are you ready? Are you ready? This is a process. Like you said, it's how do you decide? So I am not going to hound you. I've had people that have had my card for 2 years and then said, hey, I found your card again. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, great.
Let's get working on that.
So that's how they find me. I'm in North Salem. I work out of my house, but I can travel. I do have a traveling scanner that I can take and use. I just did a fun project. This is my second one for one of the sororities at Purdue. They have all those huge composites on their walls that most of them don't have on the walls anymore, and they wanted them scanned. And so I just scanned 47 composites and got them now onto a digital, and she gets to take those back to the house and they can do with whatever they want. But that way they can just do a slideshow like on Mom's Weekend or the reunions and stuff. They just can put them on the TV and roll through.
Very cool.
Fun.
So-
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so I
That's a
mean,
great idea.
it's there's, don't tell me it can't be done, because I will find a way.
Find a way.
Sometimes it takes me a little longer, but I love finding a way. Trailblazer.
There you
There
go.
you go. I love it. Okay, last question for you, unless you have something else you want to share.
Nothing that I know of.
Okay.
I'm very complex, so it's hard to.
Okay, so what's one piece of advice, business advice or life advice that you want to share that you try to live by?
So this was something that in the last 6 or 7 years that I really learned when I went through. I mean, I'd started my businesses, being the oldest daughter, all those things. I was always trying to please everybody else. Jodi's name was never on the list. And I finally realized that I have to follow my beliefs, my heart, my values. And if it doesn't align with somebody else, okay, and not feel bad about it. And since that time, I have walked away from some things that I really thought I wanted to be in, and I'm like, nope, this is not it. I'm done catering to everybody else when it comes to my life and my values. And in this business, sometimes that's hard to do because I'm trying to help them meet them where they are. So I'll pivot a little bit, and then they come back and go, oh, now I see why you said we should have. I'm like, yep, but you know, I wasn't gonna be bossy and say, nope, this is how you have to do it.
Yeah.
Because I've had other people do that to me my whole life.
Right.
And so now I am very much true to myself. Sometimes that gets me in trouble too, but that's okay. So follow your heart, follow your head, and don't feel like you have to answer yes to everybody that asks something.
Love that. That's really
I think
good.
there's a big value in the word no. And I'm not good at it.
I'm not either.
I have a button my husband bought me that says no
Mhm.
because I'm not good at
Yeah,
it. But
I
I
mean-
think there's a lot of value in the word
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I've always been a helper. What can I do to help? What can I do to fix it? I can't fix everything,
Yep.
but I can fix me.
Yep.
So that's what I've been working on.
It's good.
That's
Love
great.
it. I love it.
Thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you very
Yes,
much
this
for
is fun.
having me. I'm
This was
excited.
fun.
Yeah, so Jocelyn can come out sometime.
I'm actually going to because I love the pictures.
You can come
but
out and I can
can't
show
keep them
you.
all.
I can show you how we do things.
Yeah,
you
that'd
know?
be great.
And you can start with a little project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Let's get that going.
All right.
All right.
Me saying yes. Okay.
we
Just
go.
like you said, say no. Do I have time? I don't know.
Nope, you've got time.
Yeah.
Jocelyn on the job.
Oh yeah, there we
You
go.
could, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you.